So what's different now at the Adult Detention Center, and how was it there before? What exactly, what types of changes have you brought to the Adult Detention Center?
Starting with the basics is sanitation is of utmost importance. It teaches discipline and it instills in how you should live in everyday life. We are training our staff. We're implementing more training standards for our staff. Our new hires, we're doing a lot of recruitment, retention, and we are giving them the basic foundations of what they need to be strong correctional professionals. We are implementing needs assessments. So when we receive inmates into our facility, we do a needs assessment on what programs do we need to build around that inmate's needs. So that way we've got enough resources in our community that we will be able to provide resources and services to the population that we house. We're going to continue with the work crews, because that shows you got to be on time, you got to be professional, you're out in the public, and have some pride in your work. But in addition to being a work cruise going out, we are going to be providing the necessary program, because it's all about reintegration back to our community. We got a bunch of changes, a bunch of great things going on.
And we just had the Incarceration Doesn't Define Us graduation. Talk about how programs like these help to prevent them coming back to the Adult Detention Center.
The biggest thing with Ms. Fodderell and Chief Wiles implementing this program, it's the knowing the resources that are available to you upon release. Just knowing where those resources are, where you can go get help. That is just vital for their success. Vital for their success.
And you mentioned during your speech that it should start on day one, those reentry programs for these inmates. So how do y'all go about doing that?
Yeah, we are developing a tool. We got to have the tool, which is a needs assessment, a risk assessment. Do they need anger management? Is it AA? Is it what does this particular population need for us to provide to them? And that's ever changing. That's ever changing.
And so we've seen IDDU graduations before, but you said that this is the first year we're actually implementing that with people who are still currently incarcerated. Can you talk to me about why that decision was made?
Yes, we are wanting to, again, bring programming to our facility. All of our individuals, the majority of them are nearing release. So we've got to do a better job in giving them the resources that they need to successfully reintegrate back into our communities. That's what started it, because the connections of the resources and being able to give those to the population.
Yeah, and so we had 4 graduates this year. How are you gonna implement that to make it, a higher number for the years coming?
The gentlemen that you got the testimonies from, they did all the work for me. The rest of the population has seen that. We've got requests coming in to be part of the next program already. So it's contagious.
Good morning again.
Hello.
Sort of what is, we see the results here, and it seems like these men have been permanently changed almost, or that's the hope. So what's the message for the community? Why should taxpayers invest in these type of programs?
Because we are going to return them better than when we received them. We are going to give them all the resources that we can, and that's a building. We're building it in process. We're making that better as we go. But we're going to give them everything that we can give them to make sure they have a successful return and be a productive member of society. That's our goal.
It was said a few times, you started with 12, went down to 4.
Yes.
What makes this program, a very good program, but it seems like, you have to do some things to get the benefits from it.
Yeah.
Why do you think you had that shrinkage from 12?
And like I said earlier, we started strict sanitation requirements, that their housing area has to be impeccable. They have to have orderly lockers. Their clothes have to be right. We run it very strict, and they've got to comport to those rules and regulations. That's part of a condition of being in this program. You've got to follow all the rules, not only the ones in the program, but you got to follow the rules that we set in place. That will also aid them when they return to society to be a more productive member.
And when these graduates do return to society, what is sort of what do they get out of this program?
So when they get out of this program, they have some housing resources, they got mental health resources, they got drug abuse and AA resources, and they get a list of all types of resources that one would need that's been incarcerated for a period of time. We are also building our programs. We are going to build release preparation programs. In addition to the programming, we're going to be able to have this at our fingertips to be able to, whether it's an identification card, social security number, birth certificate, these are all the things that we're going to build at the Adult Detention Center to help these individuals.
And we know you just started last
Yes.
year. You've already made some very significant changes, and we can really tell that you care. So where does your personal passion to help people, where does that stem from?
I did 25 years in corrections, and I've seen, and I've worked at all security levels, every security level there is, every differing type of population that we've had. And I have seen these programs change people's lives. I've seen them change people's lives that still had 5-10 years left to do inside the walls. So if we've got a population of individuals from our city, from our community, that are nearing release, we should be setting the bar for what everybody else should be doing.
Sure. And so moving forward, what do you hope to see for the future of the Adult Detention Center?
More programming, more success stories, more graduations. Yeah, more programming, more success.
Anyone? Was there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I appreciate everyone being here today. I appreciate supporting our graduates, and I want you to follow us because we're going to do some good things at the Danville Adult Detention Center. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact me. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.